And welcome inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside my broadcast partner, Pat Garianis. And today we are back for Summer League Shootout Day number 2 at the Grail Sports Complex here in Wilmington, Delaware. Another full slate of Summer League action coming your way today, Pat. 6 games, and we've got 6 good ones after having 6 phenomenal matchups yesterday. And going to be another great day here at the Grail Sports Complex.
Yeah, baby, we're back. 10 a.m. tip-off here at the Grail Sports Complex. Nick, it's another great, like you said, another great day. And if you're a Hoops fan, you're going to want to be tuned in to Delaware Live all day today. As you mentioned, 6 great games. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, my friend. It feels good to be back in here. I'm re-energized. I'm ready to go. Ready to watch some good hoops.
You know, you lost a little bit of energy come Game 6 yesterday, but you talked about it. We are back refreshed and ready to go on this Sunday morning. Another matinee showing. It's all going to get started here first at 10:05. We're moments away from tip-off between Archbishop Bryan and MCS. Both teams had impressive showings yesterday. 2 Philly teams going to square at it here. Our first matchup of Philly on Philly here at the Grail Sports Summer Shootout.
Yeah, and, you know, Archbishop Bryan, they're extremely, extremely impressive based on what we saw yesterday. And just historically as a program, this is going to be a much better challenge for them taking on MCS with, you know, Bethea going on over there. You got the Williams brothers over here as well as Tom Sorber. So I'm looking forward to this one. A battle of 2 Philly programs here, 10 a.m. in Delaware. We're talking to the coach from Archbishop Bryan. They're up 7:30 today. Ready to go. Ready to get after it. So, yeah, man, this is going to be exciting.
Again, expect the gym to continuously start to pack up as we get throughout our matchups here. But again, up first, Archbishop Bryan and MCS as both teams set to take the floor. We'll get you starting lineups here in a second. But jumping, it's going to be the new fella, and did not have a chance to check out number 22, Deuce Crowley, yesterday. He's the big man. He'll be anchoring the paint today for MCS. And Archbishop Bryan, you know the big fella, number 12, Thomas Sorber from yesterday. A great showing for him.
Yeah, no, the big boy, young, talented, skilled. And we're underway. We're running tonight.
And how about Bethea not going to wait to get started on this Sunday morning. He gets 2 here early, and took him a little bit to get going in yesterday's game, but one of the better players we had a chance to see here this weekend.
Yeah, he kind of took over towards the end there when his team needed him most against William Penn. And, you know, now we're seeing they're going to start off in his zone here. Yeah. These 2 teams may be a little bit more familiar with each other than what we saw yesterday, so I'm looking forward to it.
There's Bethea again, this time on the defensive end, pokes it away in transition. I believe that was Isaiah Griffin who had it and tried to go up. He got hacked on the way there, so he'll head to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
Right off the bat, MCS playing with energy right off the jump here, getting after it on the defensive side of the ball. Forced 2 turnovers and out in transition both times. You know, off the tip and then off the steal.
And the first free throw up and good for Isaiah Griffin. And Pat, again, both teams, but the big guy on the Archbishop Bryan in terms of scoring yesterday, that was Luke Boyd, number 10, and he hit 5 3-pointers in that matchup.
Yeah, he was great, and expect the same, you know, in this one. These teams, they know how to get each other in their spots. That's what I expect to see from them.
There goes Sorber down low. We saw a few of that yesterday on the power dribble. The foul will go to Naeem Johnson.
One thing I saw a bunch yesterday is a lot of active, you know, hands defensively from every team trying to go for shot blocks. Teams that utilize the pump fake today, I think, could have themselves some success in this kind of an event.
Boyd wants to get started from 3 early today. Can't get that one to fall 0 for 1 to get things started.
It's a good look, though.
Comes the other way. MCS up to a 4-0 lead here. 15 minutes remaining in our opening half. Crowley deep 2, rebound up for grabs. Bethea tried to track it down, and he does, and able to throw it off of Boyd. So it'll stay down this end with MCS. Again, starting lineup for Archbishop Bryan. Number 2, Darren Williams, who was very impressive yesterday. Number 4, David Wise. Number 10, Luke Boyd. Number 12, Thomas Sorber. And number 14, JT Arpino.
Let me get down here. Look at this, getting after. Again, defensively, looking like a different team.
And the other way, couldn't get it to go as Griffin. Rebound to Sorber. Now here comes Archbishop Bryan the other way, pulling it back. However, is Williams. And now they'll reset here top of the key. It's Bethea, Johnson, Griffin, Sneed, and Crawley on the floor right now for MCS. Boyd one more to the corner. That's going to be a Darren Williams three. He can knock it down, and he knocks that one down, his first of the morning.
It's a good-looking stroke right there. Getting Ryan on the board. Controlled game. Now a little bit more of a challenge going against Bethea and these tough guards from MCS. Look at this one.
To him, nice pass. And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Out of the timeout, a 15-13 lead for Archbishop Ryan here in a fantastic matchup to open up day number 2 of the summer shootout. Luke Boyd trying to get on the board with a 3 off the mark. He hit 5 yesterday, 0 for 3 to start today. Bethea not going to waste any time, and he takes it right the other way, looking for the foul call off the glass. He's got 7 early in half number 1. All tied at 15. Again, Nick Alessandrini, Pat Garanis on hand for you. Darren Williams wants a 3 off the side of the rim. And then stolen back by Sorber. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Out to Boyd. That's a 3 for him, and that one also can't fall as he's struggling here. Bethea kick to the corner. And now back up top to Johnson as he'll put it on the floor. Elevate for the baseline jumper, just off the mark, into the hands now of Archbishop Ryan, and they're not going to waste any time as Paris tries to get to the basket, and Bethea is there to poke it away. A 15-15, 7:24 substitutions as Boyd will head to the bench. Jaden Murray checking in for Archbishop Ryan, and they're set to inbound here right in front of us. 7:24 remaining opening half, 15 all. Here's Paris, nice pass to Sorber, and he's able to finish rather easily. Sorber's first bucket. 17-15 lead now for Archbishop Ryan. More subs now, Wise at the scores table, as they'll bounce it into Crawley. Here comes a little bit of a double team. As he'll get called for the 5-second call on the block. (17-15) Archbishop Ryan. They post up Paris underneath. He turns inside, fires it up, took some contact. So earns himself 2 free throws. And that's a foul go against number 14, Mo Saget. And we'll get our first look at Darion Prescott on this Sunday as he's set to check back in the game here in a moment. Well, free throws good for Paris. Now good active hands by Darren Williams. Ball is poked loose back into the hands of Sneed. He tries to take it into the lane, and he's tripped up in the paint. That foul against Jaden Murray. And MCS will inbound under the basket. Sajay will head out. And Isaiah Griffin back in the ball game. He's got 6, the second leading scorer for MCS so far here in half number 1. Inbound poked away and stolen, and here comes Paris the other way. He's bumped in the backcourt by Griffin. Again, thanks for joining us here today. Grail Sports Summer Shootout Day number 2. Matchup number 1, Williams to the basket, and he's been good all weekend. Able to get there and get 2 more for him. He's got 7. Bethea driving off with the left hand, and that is a pretty move off the glass again for Jaheim Bethea. That's his 9th and a chance to earn his 10th point here at the old-fashioned 3-point play from the free throw line. Free throw, though, doesn't go. 21-17 in favor of Archbishop Ryan.
I'm back, baby. I'm back. Had to work on the getting this stream up again. Get it up and running. We're finally there, babe. We're finally there.
That ball rejected underneath by Sorber. Rebound right back to the hands of Griffin, looking for somewhere to go.
He kind of dribbled into no man's land there. And got himself into trouble, couldn't get out.
Did they just hit a three? Did they just hit a three? And that's a three from Sorber that we missed, and then has the time to regroup here. 5:14, 24-17, Archbishop Bryan out to a 7-point lead here in half number one. 5 minutes remaining. Pat, it seems like now we're okay for a little while. Can relax and get back in the game. And
let's hope, man. Technology, unfortunately, technology can
unpredictable.
Can really be a pain sometimes, Nick. Thanks once again for the folks in the chat kind of letting us know what was going on. Some kind of connection issue was occurring there.
We're back in action. As that free throw is good. 2 of 2 from the line for Zaire Paris. And a 26-17 largest lead here early for for Archbishop Bryan, and it's at 9.
Yeah, they're just playing. They're playing their game. You know, we talk about dictating the pace, playing within yourself. Ryan's doing a good job right now. They're very deep.
Now up ahead, it's Paris. He's good. That shot too strong off the glass. Offensive rebound, though, right back to him. And then I believe a foul on the floor. They'll keep it down this end, and Crawley now set to check back in. Prescott will take a seat. And Sorber also set to come back in. As he'll come get Darren Williams, yeah.
This is you're here to work.
Paris to inbound, 4:48 to go, opening half, 9-point lead for Archbishop Bryan. Wise, top of the key. Finds some space, kicks to the corner. It's a Boyd three and a long off the rim. Can't find his shot here early.
Great hustle right there.
And then taken away by MCS in transition. That was Griffin, but unable to finish on the other end. Now it's 2-on-2. Baseline jumper is good for Archbishop Bryan. And from the baseline, I believe that's Jaden Murray, his first bucket of the morning.
Yeah, great job by Murray. You didn't want to go into the big fella right there. That's a more than makeable shot for him. Good
Wise.
decision.
How about this? Another turnover. Here comes Archbishop Bryan. Going to try to get it up there. Draws more contact from Crawley. And more free throws coming from Archbishop Bryan. They're looking impressive here again early.
Yeah, they're in control right now. They're in control of this game, offensively and defensively. They're deep. You know, they got some guys coming off the bench here, you know, that are playing just as well as the guys that started the game. And when you have, you know, 8 or 9 guys that can come into this game and compete at a high level, yeah, that's an advantage.
JT Arpiro set to check back in now, number 14, as does Darion Prescott. And now a little bit of that twin tower look that we talked about earlier as you got Crawley and Prescott both anchoring the paint now for MCS.
Yeah, you know, you try different things out, see what ends up working for you. Let's see how this lineup works.
Free throw is good for David Wise. He's got 4. He's number 4. And it's a 13-point lead for Archbishop Bryan. That, again, the largest of the Sunday morning. Crawley, pull-up jumper, almost went. Bethea for the rebound down on the baseline. He's doubled, able to get out of it, find his man in the middle of the paint. That floater won't go, and still a battle for the second chance opportunity.
Great work down there by Bethea. Really working. Gets 2 boards. Although got a little too aggressive on that one. That's a good defensive play right there to draw that charge.
They're going to get him baseline. Bethea not happy about it. And if you remember, Jean Bethea dealing with foul trouble yesterday in the matchup.
Yeah.
In game number 1. And we have a timeout on the floor. We'll stay right here. It's a perfect time to tell you a little bit about the Grail Sports Complex. There's so much going on here at this facility. there's always something going on. You've got camps and clinics for all ages and all levels. No matter what, you come here, there's something for you. I guarantee it. And again, the place is just phenomenal. You can take a look at a little bit of it with what we've got here in the gym on camera. But just so much, and you can head on over to grailsports.com to find out more. It is the home gym where Team Final comes to train, and you can too. Head on over to grailsports.com.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a beautiful facility, as you mentioned, ad nauseum yesterday. They've really transformed this place into a basketball haven. At one point, I mean, it was just this main floor here, Nick, for the longest time. Now you got a functioning full court, you got a functioning half court, and you got a training facility up on the top balcony here. Anything that you need as a ball player to improve your game, you can get it done here. Really, really well done by the folks.
And Pat, we had a chance to get some shots up after hours yesterday.
I still got
shots at the end of the after we wrapped up day number one. We knocked down some shots out there.
Now, you let me run the floor a little bit and see if I can still knock down those shots. That's a different story. I'm not in shape anymore, but the stroke is still wet.
Yes, it's
still there,
horse
man.
Game. You can play a little horse, right? 3:35, 30-17. Here at the Grail Sports Complex in favor of Archbishop Ryan over MCF, the Civics Science School.
My lungs won't let me play more than 2 minutes of an up-and-down game, but, the muscle memory is still there.
Spot-up shooter.
That's right.
There's Wise in the paint, trying to dribble, hand it off. But an extra step thrown in there. That ball out of bounds will go back to Archbishop Ryan. And again, that three for Sorber off the mark. And then a three down the other end for Isaiah Griffin, and he's had a hot hand here in half number one for MCS. That shot trying to get him back in. It cuts it to 10. Luke Boyd going to step back and knock down the three. In a fancy fashion over there.
Yeah, man, they matched each other's hand. Raining threes there for a little bit.
Now Boyd leading the break the other way, has a cutting Wise, hung up in the air. That shot rejected out of bounds. 33-20, lead back to 13 after the answering three from Luke Boyd.
Yeah, he finally got one to go. He had been struggling to make them, but finally found the stroke. Let's see if that kicks him off into a hot shooting second half.
Now, number 14, we were just told in the comments, was Jalen Sneed. So we had the coaching staff write down the rosters and numbers. So that shot is blocked. What a play underneath. I believe that was Murray.
Yep.
And now out the other way comes Archbishop Ryan. Sneed, finger roll, count it, and the foul. And everything is going the way of Archbishop Ryan here in half number one.
Yeah, like I said, they're executing their game, and they're playing both sides of the floor. Right now, MCS struggling to really finish. And they haven't really matched the intensity of Archbishop Ryan that they're bringing on the defensive side of the floor. And everything's clicking.
So free throw on the way for who we think is Jalen Sneed. Maybe we'll take the headphones off and see if anybody cheers for him here at this foul shot. (35-20) is the score. Cutting baseline and another foul, so more free throws on the court. This time it'll be number 34, Darion Prescott.
And the big fella showed good form yesterday on the free throw line. This is a guy that you could see the potential in him.
First free throw was a little bit long. Again, 35-20, 15-point lead for Archbishop Bryan over MCS in a battle of two Philly teams here at the Summer League Shootout. Matchup number 1 of 6 here on day 2 at the Grail Sports Complex. As Prescott's second free throw off the mark, a battle down there as Crawley was hammered on his way up. So they'll call a foul on Sorber.
They called that one on, I believe they called that one on Murray.
Oh, excuse me.
With it over the back. Oh, in and out.
In
Can't
and out.
get it, man.
Halfway down again. The struggles continue for MCS here. 35-20, a minute 29 to play. That ball tipped, almost stolen by Griffin.
And look, I mean, that call got the folks in the stands talking. There's a lot of people debating in the stands. I don't know about that.
And Boyd, that's the hot spot, unable to go. 1 for 6 in half number 1 from beyond the arc after hitting 5 yesterday.
A little miscommunication there defensively.
Finds Griffin in the corner, no, but there's Crawley battling for the offensive rebound, looking for the foul. He loses it out of bounds.
They said he looked like he had a hold of the arm there. And that's what Crowley is asking for. He's like, how am I supposed to grab the ball when they're holding one arm down? It's by any means necessary against the big fella.
35-20, 1 minute to play here in our opening half between Archbishop Bryan and MCS. Wise around the Snead screen looking for a cutting Luke Boyd, finds him under the basket, and Bethea able to kick that one out of bounds.
It's good ball movement there by Ryan. And they're in rhythm. They're in rhythm right now. Look
nice
at that.
Inbound to Sorber. He couldn't get it. The follow by Boyd also ungood. And now Griffin, he's been good for them, but that shot doesn't fall on MCS. Again, there's a lid on that basket right now. Crawley fires it right into the hands of Darren Williams. Spin move, tries to regather it, save it, unable to do so. So sloppy series of events there, but nothing's changed. 35-20, 34 seconds remaining.
Yeah, sophomore lost the handle on that one, but you're right. I mean, that was a little breakneck right there.
In comes Zaire Paris, excuse me. He's been the Energizer Bunny for Archbishop Bryan, and we'll see what he does now that he's checked back into ball game. Here's Bethea. Little hesitation,
nice.
Gets baseline, tried to scoop layup on the right side, couldn't get it to go though.
They're just off, man. MCS unable to finish at the rim today. Ryan's taking advantage of it.
Snead kicks out to Paris. One more time to the corner. It's Wise. And a timeout for Archbishop Bryan here. 7 seconds remaining. They'll want to talk it over. It's Summer League. Perfect time to work on your final plays of different possessions and different situations. And again, 7 seconds remaining. A 15-point lead for Archbishop Bryan. They look impressive again here today.
They do. You know, they're a group that they play the game the right way, you know. They understand high basketball IQ, high skill level, and you can tell that this group's kind of played together for a while. I'm impressed with what I see. I'm really impressed with what I see, especially here in a summer league type setting. You know, once you get into the practice, start working on, you know, the X's and O's of the game, it's going to make them even more dangerous, I feel like.
Yeah, playing very under control again, like you said, just playing their ball game, and it's worked out well for them in game 1. And here in the opening half of game number 2, MCS took them a little bit to get going yesterday, but once they found their rhythm, they had some talent over there, and they've looked good as well. Just today, they're just struggling to put the ball in the hoop, and it's just shots that just aren't falling.
I agree. I completely agree, and we'll see if they can make things interesting in the second half. But that's kind of where it starts. I mean, they're just really struggling, and Archbishop Bryan is forcing difficult. I mean, everything's contested. You know, there's not a whole lot of easy shots coming for MCS. So, you know, credit to Archbishop Bryan on the defensive end of the floor, and MCS has just got to try to convert, man. It's got to focus in, lock in.
So we'll see what Coach and Archbishop Bryan draws up here. 7 seconds remaining. They had a 15-point lead and a good time to work on your final inbound plays here. They get it to Zaire. Paris looking for somewhere to go. They draw it up for Boyd 3. He has room, and the shot would have counted. He did get it off in time, just falls a little bit short, and that'll do it for half number one. A 35-20 lead, the way of Archbishop Ryan over MCS in a battle of Philly teams in game number one of the Summer League Shootout here at the Grail Sports Complex, day number 2. A full slate of action coming your way. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's second half action between Archbishop Ryan and MCS.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fan wear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodal Concepts. Sodal Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At Sodal Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
Whether you're planning to buy a home in 3 months, 6 months, or even a year, let me walk you through the process from start to finish and get your questions answered. I'm a DHSA lender with down payment assistance programs or grant money. I can help those with less than perfect credit or those working on their credit. I'm also local and always have been. So call 302-563-5599 or visit bryans.loans.com when you are ready to get started on your road to homeownership.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution, we are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
At Ferris Home Improvements, your family's comfort and safety is always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchen, and bathroom needs, you can expect health screen craftsmen who wear gloves and face masks and follow minimum 6-foot distancing, virtual conferences to discuss project details, job quotes delivered electronically or brought to your door for your review and approval, and our showrooms in Newark and Rehoboth Beach remain open for limited appointments.
We're here together.
Operating with precaution.
To protect our staff.
And our customers.
And welcome inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Patrick Arianis, Nick Halliday on hand here for Grail Sports Summer Shootout Day number 2 at the Grail Sports Complex. And what a matchup to get us started here at the Sunday matinee between Archbishop Bryan and MCS. Two Philly teams battling it out. Our first matchup of Philly on Philly here at the Grail Sports Summer Shootout. And it's living up to the hype here early. Both of these teams looking good, but Archbishop Bryan, they're clicking on all cylinders here going into half number 2.
Yeah, they are. Offensively and defensively, they're playing like a controlled team that has a singular focus. They're playing as a unit. Right now, MCS, they just need to find the basket right now. They haven't really been able to make much on the offensive end of the floor, and they kind of dug themselves a hole. We'll see what happens here with some second-half adjustments.
Sorber getting right where they left off for Archbishop Bryan as Sorber knocks down the mid-range jump shot. He had 5 in the first half, and 3 players on Archbishop Bryan led in scoring or tied with 7 points. That was Darren Williams, Jalen Sneed, and Zaire Paris. Yes. So great scoring in half number 1 all across the board for Archbishop Bryan. That 3 from Johnson won't fall. And then you look over at the other side, Pat, at MCS, and just 3 players on the score sheet. That's Jaheim Bethea with 9, Nyan Johnson with 2, and Isaiah Griffin with 9.
Yeah, you look at one box score, you're right. Evenly distributed scoring for Archbishop Bryan. And right now, like I said, MCS unable to really find the hoop. And there's Bethea again. He's been able to. You said that gives him 11. He's got half the points in this game for MCS.
Yeah.
So
another nice drive. He's been good. And like you said, Pat, some of those layups, contested ones in the first half, just weren't falling. But you can't give up an open look to number 2, Darren Williams. And he knocks down another 3, his second of the morning.
Yeah, well, I mean, you had to step up there and try and stop Boyd as the knockdown shooter, and it left Williams wide open. That zone defense is easy to break if you swing the ball around quickly and get it into the specific spots that you should. You can get yourself wide open looks. Ryan just did a great job swinging the ball there, taking advantage of the missed rotation by MCS. It's tough. It's tough to run a zone in a summer league setting when you haven't had practice time to work on it.
Crawley takes an NBA 3 from the left wing. No good. Now quickly leading to a break the other way. Kick to the corner. Another 3 for Archbishop Bryan's off the mark. Boyd gets the rebound off the 3-point miss. And now they'll reset the offense up top, at least for the second.
Yeah, Ryan, I mean, Archbishop Bryan's they're out working MCS right now. They got the energy, the explosiveness, the want to, and they're knocking down shots.
Pretty shot by Darren Williams. Pat, you singled him out yesterday as one of your favorite players pretty much of day number 1.
Yeah.
And he's answering the call here in day number 2. Again, just a sophomore, under control, and a pretty step-back jump shot there.
Yeah, he's got quite the future. I don't have any doubts about that.
Loose ball will stay down this end with MCS as Bethea's 3 would not go. 42-22, 20-point lead now for Archbishop Bryan. And again, against no slouch, this MCS team is a good program. And a 20-point lead here in the Summer League matchup.
The energy level is just low right now for MCS. That's a nice block by Sorber.
What a play by number 12, leading for Archbishop Bryan the other way. Sneed passes it off to Sorber. He starts it and he finishes it.
Yeah.
Number 12, Tom Sorber.
And he deserves it. He got after it on the defensive side of the ball. He beat his man down the floor. Reward the big man for running the floor. And they did. With the easy 2.
Bethea step-back jumper is long, but banks it in. He heard him call glass from over here.
Banks open on Sundays here.
44-24, lead back to 20, 13-27 in our second half. It's a 16-minute halves here at the Grail Sports Complex. Sneed able to turn the corner, lofts it up to an open Sneed, and Crawley swats it. But they're going to have a foul underneath. Somebody caught him with the body.
Yeah, I think this may be.
And it will be Crawley.
He swatted across there. Got a piece of the hand.
Saying yesterday we saw a lot of number 34 Darion Prescott as on cue. He'll check back in.
Looks like they're taking a timeout.
A full timeout here, Pat.
They want to talk about the foul call. And I understand. I understand a little bit, but right now the energy level's not there. Right now, the energy level's not there for MCS. They're a step slower than Archbishop Bryan, and when you're a step slow, you're going to put yourself in tough defensive situations where you're going to end up fouling, right? the energy level's got to pick up. And I get it. You're struggling to shoot. That can
that's
drain.
the issue, yeah.
That can drain a lot of energy
mentally
out of
and
you.
physically.
You're absolutely right, Nick. But someone other than Bethea's got to step up offensively for this team, or this is going to continue to get more and more ugly.
Now, what we saw out of them yesterday, they got great games out of number 0, Nyan Johnson yesterday. He was very active, was able to get to the basket. He was able to score. Isaiah Griffin, he's doing his part today. Prescott, we saw him yesterday. And again, you look at some of those guys, just a little bit slow to the scoring table today, but
a little bit different in terms of opponent. You know what I mean? You're looking at a team that just really high basketball IQ, deep bunch here for Archbishop Ryan. And they're a taller bunch than what you saw from William Penn, who was just a really scrappy, small bunch.
That was a great game to watch.
Offensively, it's a little you can score over the top against an opponent like William Penn. All they really had to do is focus on their ball handling. Archbishop Ryan just plays within their game and trusts their talent. It's just a different opponent here. A little bit harder to score against an Archbishop Ryan.
Back out on the floor after the timeout. Free throws upcoming for Tom Sorber, able to knock down the first. That's his 5th point of the second half in just under 3 minutes. 2 for 2. Gives him 9.
Big fella's got a good future, man.
11 for the game.
Another one of the team final prospects.
And a tie-up underneath, I believe, either that or a foul call, as Prescott had tied up, and it will be a tie-up, so it'll stay down this end. Johnson's set to inbound.
That's just good work there by Paris. Getting in there, ripping the ball away from the big fella.
Here's a drive by Sneed. Again, too strong off the glass, and these just contested layups will not go. Here's Paris around the back. He's got 7 points, looking for somewhere to go. And again, that extra step there on the left wing. Travel called.
MCS just needs to pick it up, man. This is a opportunity. Get yourself back into this ball game.
22-point lead, largest of the Sunday morning. Bethea drives it again, just in the paint. They're doing a good job of getting in the paint.
Yeah.
The shots just aren't going.
He's trying to force the issue there. And, part of it is just no one else has been able to step up.
Nice hand up to Johnson, and again, just unable to handle the pass, and that's just been the theme for MCS today. And again, you can see the frustration just starting to build up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just not clean. They just haven't been able to play a clean game, and the frustration is definitely there. They did get, there's a foul call there against Ryan. But, yeah, it's definitely frustrating. But they got to keep going. You got to keep grinding through this. Get yourself in good spots. There's not a whole lot of movement.
Griffin spin move, and he got blocked by Boyd, who was the man on him. And then the come-over help from Sorber was also there. Great defensive rotation. But a hard fall. I believe it was Griffin might have landed awkwardly under the basket.
Sorber landed on him, on top of him. There's the clock. It's running away from us next.
You never know. You know what you're going to get.
Life is like a box of chocolates, my friend.
And again, while we have a special thanks to Gene Deladon and Dylan Miller and the whole Grail Sports Complex crew for having us on board here for the Summer League Shootout. No place we'd rather be this weekend, absolutely. And
it's great.
They've been very helpful here, helping us with the stats and the rosters. And
yes. And it's great for the area, right? Delaware and Philadelphia were so close to each other, yet I don't feel like there's a whole lot of cross.
I know, right? Like almost at all.
Ever. And I understand, Delaware historically.
Slam dunk to the beach only, right?
Delaware historically is kind of the baby brother, right? Philly's one of the best basketball cities in the country. And, for these guys to come down here and give some of these local dudes from Delaware some exposure and allow them to compete, I love it. I love that. And I hope that the tradition continues here at the Plex.
Absolutely. And Bethea with one of his prettier moves today, step back jumper goes for him. He's got 6 in the second half. Here's Derek Williams into the corner. That three is short. It was Derek Williams to Darren Williams. Darren Williams with the offensive rebound, kick out to Luke Boyd, and his three is canned in that right side pocket.
This is a fine-oiled machine, Archbishop Ryan, let me tell you. They're an exciting bunch.
Nice handoff, and then a two-handed flush from Darion Prescott for his first bucket today.
That's where he should live. Catching lobs.
That ball poked away, and a chance here for the turnover. And they're going to call a foul on Sorber. Maybe not a terrible foul, as MCS was on the break there.
Yeah, you prevented the fast break, allow your defense to set up.
Some more substitutions here.
Murray and Wise coming in.
11:05, 49-28 in favor of Archbishop Ryan. Plenty of time here.
MCS just has to put together some good possessions back together. You cannot, don't look at the score. Just start working on trying to put together good offensive possessions.
Bethea kicks to the corner. Open three, thought about it, was Sajay, but now he's going to go to the basket and take some contact. So there you go. Patton Hill head to the free throw line and put some points on the board potentially here.
Yeah, it's a good drive by the young fella. Working his way in there against a good defender in Murray. Murray got active, tried to go for the block. I think that's his.
And the first free throw up and good for Sajay, his first points of the ball game.
I think Murray's got 4 fouls or so. So he's going to have to take a seat.
Second free throw on the way for CJ. 1 of 2 rebound, though, into the hands of Hamid Sneed.
Yeah, and right there, Sorber kind of fell asleep a little bit. That ball went right over his head. Smallest guy on the floor getting the rebound over the tallest guy on the floor.
Johnson, step back jumper won't go. Battling for the rebound underneath, taken away by Zaire Paris. And he'll head over to David Wise. He'll set up the offense here with 10:26 to go. Nice wide open as Paris underneath. Tried to reverse it up and in. Good block by Prescott.
Because he did a reverse there. I mean, Prescott is long enough to where he could have blocked it if he went straight up.
And then switch hands.
It switched hands to block the reverse, man.
That's funny and impressive. Absolutely. That's what you love to see, those kind of plays. 49-29 now. Lead back to 20 after the free throw down the other end. And now here's Bethea. Again, he's been impressive. Some of those shots just weren't falling in the first half. Step back, tries to kick it to the corner, tipped right back into his own hands. Going to take it himself and lay it in with the left hand.
So crafty, so good at the rim.
He's got 17 in this one.
You're seeing the full allotment. Like yesterday, there's the travel. Yesterday saw Bethea kind of on cruise control until the very end of the game. Today, from Jump Street, I think he sensed the urgency. Hey, my team needs me to score. And he's been getting after it, man.
You're seeing way more shots than we saw yesterday.
You're seeing the full allotment of, I can get wherever I want on the floor. That time he lost the ball.
Broadcaster's jinx as he tried to go around the back. We're known for that.
Yeah.
Poked away, 49-31, 18-point lead, 9:30 to play. Here's Luke Boyd, gets past Prescott. Can he lay it in? Layup too long. Off the glass, almost poked away, though, on Bethea. Bethea somehow able to run it down as he was tipping it all up and down the court.
Oh, what happened?
And both refs going to talk about it. They're going to give it to Archbishop Ryan and say Bethea was the last one to touch it. Just a little bit out of control that time with all the defenders there.
Yeah, he just never was able to gather control of his momentum.
Now some pressure out of MCS with 9:15 to go.
I mean, you see now a little bit of intensity pickup. This is a good timeout here by Coach for Archbishop Ryan, sensing a momentum shift. He's got a comfortable lead. That's not the issue, but it's more of let's try and slow MCS down. Let's gather our bearings here. A little bit of frantic pace right there.
And we've seen some raging comebacks here in the Grail Sports Summer Shootout yesterday. Some teams that were down big early, able to storm back. William Penn being one of those teams.
When I said MCS, it's a possession-by-possession thing. It's let's bring energy and effort on the defensive side of the ball. Archbishop Ryan's been comfortable all game. They have not, at one point, ever been uncomfortable. You got to press the issue on the defensive side of the ball. And then on offense, you let Bethea cook, man, but everyone else has to be ready. Everyone else has to be ready. It can't just be him. But he can create.
And, Pat, you saw Isaiah Griffin. He had 9 in the first half. He's not on the score sheet here in the second half, and that means a little bit more for MCS when you only had 3 guys on the score sheet in the first half, and he's kind of fallen off here in half number 2. But Bethea has picked up the slack. He's got 8 in the half. Prescott has 2, and Sajay has 1. So Bethea with 8 and the rest of the team 3 here in the second half.
Yeah, and obviously, the kid's elite. We're not denying that, but someone else is going to have to step up if you want to continue to mount a comeback. But it's got to be possession by possession. Don't look at the score. Worry about the score, right? We heard that from the coach from West Catholic yesterday. They were up big, and he was telling them, I don't give a crap about the score. Mm-hmm. Work on your game. Focus on your game. Each individual possession is a game in itself. That's how they have to look at it.
Both teams taking the floor again here out of the timeout. 9:12 remaining, 49-31 in favor of Archbishop Ryan, and they'll inbound here to get things started. Trying to feed the big fella Sorber down low, one-on-one with Prescott. He reverses to the outside. That's a pretty hook shot. Still almost got it to fall somehow.
A little bit stagnant offensively there for Ryan. Not a whole lot of movement off the ball.
Sneed getting to the basket. Floater a little bit long.
Fearless, though. Go ahead. They're giving you that.
Wise going to lower shoulder, throw it up there. Ball tipped up into the hands of CJ, who has the rebound. And now he'll quickly put it on the floor. Around the back, pretty ball handling. Can he still control it? And picked away by Sorber.
Game's getting a little crazy right now.
Sorber, he's going to step into a 3, a little bit long. Rebound up for grabs to Darren Williams. He'll hand it off to Boyd, who wants another triple in and out again. As this rebound is just bouncing all around.
Should be MCS ball. Let's see what the official saw.
And it will be.
MCS has picked it up here. This is something, their coaches, staff, fans of their school should be happy with. They have picked the pace up today. For the first time, Archbishop Ryan's not in control of the pace of play. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. They got to make the shots now.
And a new check-in. Kevin Carter in for MCS, getting his first action of the tournament. He's number 10 in blue as Bethea tried to bounce that one in there to Crawley, kicked by Sneed.
Substitution here.
Isaiah Griffin back in for MCS. He was the big scorer in the first half. Looking for him to have his impact here in half number 2.
Someone's
Crawley,
open.
double team, as you said. Somebody there. Now they'll reset it defensively. Takes
nice
the momentum, and how does that shot not go in? Again, a nice attempt there by Crawley. Took the contacts a little bit short.
Yeah, you got to make those. You got to put that one off the glass, big fella. He kind of got stuck in between there.
Just the way
it's
it's
a good move,
been.
Man. That's a $1 move with the 10-cent finish, man. It's good.
Again,
it's
just
good look at that. Good swipe. Oh, man.
That's just the way the ball has been bouncing today. Is Boyd able to knock home a jumper from the baseline? Again, that shot by Crawley on the other end, and that way that ball bounced on this end. It's kind of the way it's been for MCS today as Bethea knocks down another mid-range jumper. That one pretty.
21 in the game so far for Bethea. I'm sorry, 19. 19 right now.
When we said that, Pat, we were excited to see him back here for day number 2, and he's answering the call. Layup by Sneed is tipped and blocked by Crawley. 18-point deficit. Bethea almost lost it. Back to Carter. That's an NBA 3, and he knocks it down. Nothing but net for number 10, freshly into the ball game.
Said, man, this is his first look of the showcase here. He steps right in, confidently drains the deep three-pointer.
Smallest lead in a long time right now at 15 for Archbishop Ryan. Underneath has Paris. He stepped on the line, so the MCS defense forcing a turnover.
Again, it took them a while, but I feel like they're finally awake, right? They seized the momentum. They seized the pace of this game, and you're starting to see benefits of it, man. They're now down, clawing their way back into this game. Archbishop Ryan, a little bit uncomfortable right now for the first time in this game. I expect them to eventually slow it back down, but right here MCS has to continue to knock down shots as they are. And how about this, Nick? 13-point game, plenty of time left.
Crawley's first bucket of the day. He knocks down the mid-range jump shot, that time from the free throw line. 51-38. You said it, 13-point deficit with 6:19. Bethea did just exit the game to catch a breather for MCS, but they are on the right track, Paxton. Like you said, starting to wake up, if you will. Again, both teams driving down from Philly early this morning. Again, everyone appreciates them making the trip and putting their talent on full display here at the Grail Sports Complex for the Grail Sports Summer Shootout. Again, there's clinics, leagues for youth and high school, all levels here at the complex. Everyone can watch or be a part of. And again, go to grailsports.com to find out more. Again, this is where Team Final comes to train, and you can too. I mean, why not? Doesn't get much better than that. Make sure you check out grailsports.com or head on over to the Grail Sports Complex. We'll be here all day today. $5 admission will catch you the rest of our day, which has 5 games planned. So,
yeah, man, it's really nice down here, and the competition's here. MCS, like I said, it's good to see them kind of wake up a little bit here and make this game a game. So I'm looking forward to the final 6:19 here. Archbishop Bryant's got to try and find a way to seize the pace of play again. For the longest time, they were in control here, playing a half-court game, getting out and running, and now, they seem to be playing. The game's going a little too fast for them right now. They need to try and slow it back down.
We'll see if Bethea gets back in the ball game here, and I mean, obviously, just summer league, and you're tuning it up, and you're down 13 with 6 minutes to play. But again, you're going to do what you want to do and get the work in that you're trying to get in here at the summer league. And it looks like Bethea will be back in the game.
Now, Nick, you're a big sneaker guy. What do you think of these the sneaks for both teams here today? Who's brought the sneaker game better today?
I've noticed we've got a lot of Kobe's I've noticed this weekend. I like Crawley's red Kobe's.
Okay.
I do like the old red Kobe's there.
There's trap right here. Look at this. They are all over the place.
Ball tipped up, almost stolen, but right back into the hands of Darren Williams. Hands off to Luke Boyd. Thought about a 3, and now they'll reset it and work it around the perimeter.
Smart. You weathered that storm. Now run your offense.
There's Paris Ayer. He's good to the basket, but Crawley from behind with another block. Rebound, no, to Archbishop Bryan. Leads to a Boyd 3. That 3 won't fall. Tipped out of play, but will stay down this end. And the calls and the bounce of the ball just not going the way of MCS right now.
That looked like that should have been out on Boyd in my unprofessional opinion. But nonetheless, MCS got to grind out again here defensively. Ryan, despite being a little bit out of control here, can still come away with points.
Pretty shot from Darren Williams, and he has remained impressive, not getting up as many shots today, but his efficiency through the roof here in day number 2.
I really like his game. He's on my list. We talked about a boy from William Penn the other day being on my team.
Moore, all-tournament team, yes.
Williams is on my team too, man.
Yeah. A turnover down the other end for Bethea at MCS, a crucial one at this point in the game, but Johnson going to earn it right back as he's going to take the steal and take it coast to coast. 4-2, so 13-point lead again.
Good anticipation, and MCS is in a situation now where they got to gamble a little bit. Try and keep the momentum on your side.
And they do it again. Tips just a tough bounce as it was coming right at us this way. But good defense with the double team as you saw Carter and Bethea come from behind and poke it out, and they're going to do it again. This ball is just launched right into the hands.
That's just another unfortunate bounce there.
And I think
got tripped up.
Carter maybe got fouled on that as he was going for the ball. I would have thought that they would have called that one.
Summer league for all of us.
It is. But it will remain with Archbishop Bryan, who has been very impressive in both of their matchups. Is a turnover that time. Ooh, and then a push.
That's a tech.
And they're going to tee him up.
Can't retaliate. I understand. I get it. That the kid got up in his face and disrespected him.
We know Zaire Parrott. He plays with a lot of energy. He plays with a lot of passion. And, that's what sometimes that can happen defensively. It's summer league. It's basketball. Stuff happens.
Oh, look at they're still jawing. Well, what this is going to do is fuel him. Now let's see if he can channel. If he can channel that emotion in a positive way here. Maybe this is what Ryan needs to kind of wake back up and try and seize the momentum back.
Now they're discussing something here. It was originally called a technical on Zaire Paris.
Well, they
for the
unfortunately within the rules of unwritten rules of basketball is the guy who retaliates is always the one that gets the punishment.
So it will be a technical foul on Zaire Paris.
It all depends on, and again, I don't think there's a whole lot of rules about the taunting of it.
So Carter will head to the free throw line for 2 free throws, and they'll get the ball. Or excuse me, it's going to be Niall Johnson
for the Tech. So
for the Techs,
because it was just knocked out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
It should. Now the Tech, I believe, will give the ball to MCS. That's no good.
I believe so as well, but that's again tough free throw miss that time. You want to knock down your free throws. As Niall Johnson, free throw number 2 is short. Same spot, both off the front end of the rim. So I believe it should be MCS ball to inbound here. It will be 53-40. So Pat, 5 minutes, 13-point lead.
Bullet dodged right there for Ryan. The fact that they did not get the 2 free throws to fall. The clock is delayed to start again. And this is where it gets kind of tricky. MCS is now going to be paying attention to the clock. Like, hey, man, we're making a comeback here, man.
53-40. Big possession for MCS. Bethea around the screen looking for somewhere to go to Johnson.
Good defense here by Ryan. Engaged.
Ball stripped out of bounds. Will stay down this end. Clock stopped at 4:26. It'll be Johnson to inbound here. We'll see the inbound play for MCS. They get it to Bethea in the corner. On Darren Williams. Reverse layup. Has to go high off the glass. Won't fall. Rebound to Thomas Sorber.
I don't know how the heck he got baseline on that with the way that he was being defended, but that just shows you how quick he is. Holy smokes.
Yeah, and then after the play, he kind of said, my bad to his teammates. He said, tough shot. But again, incredible way just to get to the basket for Bethea.
So Archbishop Ryan just weathered the storm there. A Tech, they get 2 missed free throws.
Nice what a block by Crowley.
2 missed free throws and an empty possession there. What could have been a 4 or 5 point possession for MCS, they get 0 out of it.
That's a big point. Now they're going to inbound. They get it to Sorber. One more time up top to Wise. That's where it'll start here, 3:53.
Now again, they're slowing the game down. Ryan playing within their pace.
Open 3 for Williams, just off the mark. Rebound into the hands of Bethea. He's going to loft it up ahead to an open Isaiah Griffin, who goes to the basket, and another missed layup for MCS.
Got to knock this down. So he's worried about the There's a 3.
Boyd's open, shot won't go. Rebound to Griffin, who missed the layup, and he gets it quickly to Kevin Carter.
MCS has got to stop worrying about the contact.
Carter, pull up 3, won't go, and then a foul to push underneath by David Wise. So it'll stay down this end.
I'll get Williams on it.
In checks Jalen Sneed. Boyd will take a seat. He finishes, or not finishes, but he has 8 points on the day, 2 threes and a 2 after he had 5 threes in yesterday's matchup. So knocked down a couple triples for Archbishop Ryan today. To the corner, quick release 3 for MCS, and Johnson no good. And you said it, Archbishop Ryan doing a good job of weathering that storm here.
Yep. I feel like they've kind of seized momentum back now. They're playing within their game.
Williams looking for somewhere to go. Caught baseline. Finds an open David Wise. He'll step into a mid-range jumper. No good. Rebound tipped and right back into the hands of Thomas Sorber, who lays it in.
Now that they got lucky, tap there, but that shot, despite it not going in, was a wonderful shot. He just didn't execute it. But that's what, that's the kind of looks that they're looking for.
Crawley launches a 3 from the right wing. No good. Paris has it in the paint. Kicks back up top.
Smart.
And again, Pat, 55-40. 15-point lead. Clock ticking at 2:30. Able to split the defenders from Wise. Handoff to Sorber, and he finishes.
Well done.
And I'll say that's been the difference, is finishing in the paint today. Archbishop Ryan has been able to finish and MCS has not been able to finish down there, and that's kind of been the difference. Johnson again gets it there and off the front end of the rim. Second chance won't go either, and again, that's the theme today for MCS. Kicks to the corner, that's going to be a 3-ball. That one also won't go. Tipped out of play by Crawley, who saves it into the hands of Johnson. His put back off the glass and misses again, and misses almost crazy to watch at some point, Pat, with the way that there's a lid on that hoop.
Yeah, well, they're focused. There's an offensive foul. They're focused on the contact instead of focusing, and they're altering their shot because they're anticipating the contact instead of focusing on making the layup. And if you get fouled, then you get fouled. But you should be going up as if there's no one there, It
kind of looks like maybe they're looking for those foul calls.
You got to go
bit.
up strong.
So under 2 minutes, clock will tick here. 57-40, a 17-point lead for Archbishop Ryan over MCS in our game 1 of 6 here on our final day of the Grail Summer Sports Shootout. And a foul on the floor here. Griffin on Sorber. And don't go anywhere. We'll have a new link for you. We'll have it up. Second tip-off scheduled for 11:10. Obviously, that's going to be pushed back to around 11:30 or so. It's going to be Emotep and Middletown. We'll get our second look at Middletown with the new roster that they have this year. And Emotep coming off a close victory over William Penn yesterday. So that should be a good matchup in game number 2.
It should be. The Emotep Charter squad, man, they're deep too.
Yes, they are. Corner 3 for Jalen Sneed. Rebound right to Zaire Paris. Can't finish. Sorber battling, and again, Archbishop Ryan comes up with the loose ball and puts in 2 more. That's Paris' first bucket of the second half. He's got 9.
They've done a good job here down the stretch. 7 points here in the last. They've gone on a 7-0 run here to close it out in the last 4 minutes or so. Just slowed down that momentum from MCS. Gained control again, and I mean MCS started missing some shots too, but well done. 1-1. A little late, but we got it right. That's what matters. It's tough. The scoreboard here doesn't have the fouls up there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the old CYO scoreboard.
Yes, it is.
There used to be one.
I was going to say there
used to be another one there over here on the left, but it was never operated. Like I never.
It was
seen
there
it
on
right, but I never seen it actually used. And then they got rid of it. So it wouldn't be surprised.
I will imagine they're going to put another one in here.
I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised as time goes on that this wonderful facility is just going to continue to grow and expand.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, just scratching the surface of all that you can do here at the Grail Sports Complex. And again, when we were here doing the Summer League in early August, you had training sessions up behind the basket where they're warming up now. It's just so much you could do at any time. You can have Summer League games here while you train over there on the stage. Sorber will check out. A very impressive performance for that young man. 5 in the first half. 8 in the second half. He finishes
special.
with 13.
He's special. This Archbishop Ryan team, man, this is a good group. This is a good group. Obviously, you're up in Philly. You guys are going to check these guys out. But for those that may be watching locally from Delaware, this is a team worth going up and watching, man.
Absolutely.
Really.
Turnover, ball back, and again, you love to see the level of competition like this. Obviously, you're going to get in some scraps as these teams, you're going to talk back and forth. That's just the nature of the game, and that just shows, how competitive, the level of competitiveness out here. And we've seen that both of these teams have wanted this game very badly, and they both played very hard, and you saw that out of both of them today.
Absolutely. MCS they just couldn't make shots. Got to make shots, man, to compete against
There's
a
lid
team
on
like
that
this.
hoop today, absolutely. Williams going to take lift off, and he tried to end on an exclamation point.
He did that yesterday, too, and
wouldn't fall. Paris hangs in the air, can't get it, and Prescott with the rebound. But, oh, my goodness. 34 seconds the other way. Layup is up and in for the first bucket of the day for Chris Pajust.
Again, only a sophomore.
Yes. Here's Murray. He gets in the paint, Tries to throw it in off the glass, too strong. Kevin Carter skies for the rebound. Gets hung up in the air and called for the travel. So 18 seconds remaining, 61-42. Archbishop Bryan looking at a big double-digit victory here, and 2-0 at the Grail Sports Summer Shootout for Archbishop Bryan, and 2 very impressive performances.
Yeah, they're one of Philly's finest and have been. So, I mean, it's a really good group. Like I said, I look forward to potentially going up and watching them at some point in my free time this year.
Absolutely right. And again, MCS, that'll do it. Clock's out. 61-42 victory for Archbishop Bryan over MCS. But if we look over at MCS, another impressive team. They have a lot of talent over there today. Just wasn't their day in terms of the ball falling in the hoop for them. Tough shots and weren't able to get it done. Bethea finishes with 19, and he was their leading scorer. And again, a big matchup for both of these teams. And what better way to start off day number 2 than with a matchup like that?
Absolutely. And like you said, I mean, that was just some high-quality basketball from Archbishop Bryan, man. It really was. I was extremely, extremely impressed.
We are going to take a short break. When we come back, it's game number 2 at the Grail Sports Summer Shootout. It's Emotep Charter and Middletown High School. It's Philly versus Delaware once again in matchup number 2. We'll be right back on Delaware Live Sports.